Fad diets are the opposite of recommended diets, as they do not include all three macronutrient groups: proteins, fats and carbohydrates. You need 8 of your essential amino acids from your diet from proteins. You need your fat-soluble vitamins D, E, A and K. And you need a constant supply of glucose from carbohydrates, so cutting one group out is no good.
Over the past 6 decades, the developed world has witnessed rapidly increasing rates of obesity, from just 10% of the United States population in the 1950s to 35% by 2012, with 65 to 80% either overweight or obese. Western Europe has seen similar trends. In England, for example, a significant majority of the adult population is now overweight, and a quarter are obese. During this time, traditional physically strenuous labour has largely been replaced by sedentary work and technology. Meanwhile, we've seen the rise of fast food, giving consumers access to highly processed, high-calorie diets. This increase in calories tied to the reduction in physical activity has spawned the obesity crisis. One consequence of the population's increase in weight has been the rise of dieting culture and the diet industry, a global giant estimated to be worth $200 billion by 2019. The US weight loss industry is the largest at $20 billion per year, with 108 million dieters typically making 4 or 5 diet attempts every year. Many of those dieters and others around the world are influenced by diet books, millions of which are sold each year, all claiming to give special insight on the best way to lose weight and be healthy. Examples include the well-known Atkins diet, which advocates a high-fat, low-carb diet; the paleo diet, which advises dieters to eat only what they were designed to eat; and the fast diet, which simply advises restricting calories by fasting. Many claims go beyond weight loss. The China study links many diseases with animal produce. Wheat Belly makes similar claims about the health risks of wheat, and the pH Miracle diet even claims to be able to prevent diseases by balancing the body's pH. What virtually all diets have in common is calorie restriction, and thus they all lead to weight loss. But at what cost?
There are many benefits to this diet, especially for people who don't consume much fruit or vegetables whole. The diet has been proven to reduce BMI, supported through the study of 20 healthy subjects consuming only juice for 14 days, with on day 4 a decrease in body weight was observed. The diet also lowered oxidative stress of the subjects by 21%, improving their endothelial function from the full dilation of the arteries. With high levels of oxidative stress being a contributing factor to diseases such as Parkinson's and cancer, this is a major benefit to the diet. However, there is a high concentration of sugar in the juices from the fruit, concentrating the calories, which can lead to weight gain, as well as diabetes from a sudden rise in the blood sugar levels. For example, an apple has 10 grams of sugar. For a juice of an apple and another sugary fruit, it can equate to 25 to 30 grams of sugar in just one juice. Juicing loses the majority of the minerals, vitamins and antioxidants, which are concentrated in the skin of the fruit. Furthermore, the pith and core also hold most of the fibres, which make you feel fuller for longer. However, this is left out when juicing, making you feel hungry earlier than if you were to eat fruit and vegetable whole. Protein is important in the diet to maintain muscle mass. However, the muscle mass can be lost with a lack of protein, which can be the reasoning for the weight loss. With muscle mass lost, the metabolic rate can drop, leading to weight gain when introducing solid foods into your diet. The juice diet can also cause diarrhea and fatigue, which can be the main contributor to the weight loss. This is not sustainable or healthy. Phytonutrients are important for a stronger immune system. However, it can be lost alongside with the antioxidants when juicing. As soon as the fruit is cut and exposed to light and oxygen, it breaks down and can be lost, with a quarter of vitamin C in fruit and vegetable lost during this process. Due to the cleanse, less water is naturally taken in due to the substantial amount of juice fluid. This leads to weight loss. However, this would be gained when normal eating habits resume. This is therefore unsustainable. The diet can also lead to food cravings and overindulging cheat days, which can be counterproductive and less weight loss in the process. Furthermore, the diet can lead to having less energy to do exercise. For subjects who did lots of exercise before the diet aren't likely to see any change to their weight due to the calories burned in exercise being far greater than the calories saved in the diet. Therefore, is a juice diet really sustainable?
How does the restriction of macronutrient groups affect the brain?
Regarding the effects of yo-yo dieting on the brain, the short-term effects of calorie restriction associated with fad diets can result in benefits for mental health, such as increased Krebs phosphorylation and the release of endorphins. However, it has been found that a history of caloric restriction can induce neurochemical alterations which may last beyond the dieting period. The most significant to be affected include serotonin produced by the hypothalamus and dopamine, a neurotransmitter, which are both key in mood and feeding regulation. In a study on female rats by P.C. Chandler-Laney et al., it is found that in calorie restriction alone reduced levels of serotonin by 71% and dopamine by 58%, causing the rats to exhibit behaviours consistent with depression. Furthermore, this dysregulation was seen to persist even after the rats were returned to a normal weight without food restrictions, causing rats previously on cyclic calorie restrictions to maintain changes to eating and negative moods. These findings show that depression associated with transgressing unrealistic, rigid targets may be caused by dieting itself, and that cyclic dieting may induce susceptibility to depression and other mental health disorders.
The overall impact of fad diets. In reality, fad diets don't make you lose fat. It's actually water weight which you're losing. The potential problems with fad diets can lead to serious health issues due to neglect. As stated earlier on, it doesn't cohere with the recommended diet which we should be consuming on a day-to-day basis. The increase in fast food chains has also led to an increase in consumption. However, due to this calorie intake, this has meant more people go on to diets, but this shouldn't mean that we neglect our bodies by taking part in diets such as fad diets. Diets have become more popular over the past few years due to society, books and other influences which have been created. Illnesses caused by these diets are not only dangerous, but they create risks which we don't see on the outside of our bodies. Internally, they create life-changing illnesses. We lose vital vitamins, minerals in these circumstances, and these can cause severe problems, as stated earlier on. Overall, this diet plan causes long-lasting health issues. It isn't beneficial. The problems linked with the fad diets cause severe side effects, which after restoring the normal diet back into our lifestyle, studies have shown depression occurs and leads to other health issues.